All right, so I wanted to do a quick kind of a video here. I don't know who this is going to help, but maybe it's going to help somebody out there. There seems to be quite a few companies out there selling some goods as far as cables go. Now, when it comes to cables for my phones, I typically buy braided cables that are of a higher quality versus some of the cheap plastic ones, rubber ones that always break and then they just don't seem to work very well. The cable that I've been moving to lately I'm buying is a multi-cable. This has your traditional USB connection on the back end of it, and at the opposite end you've got three cables. It's a spade cable coming out. You've got it covered. You've got your traditional iPhone or Thunderbolt, I think they call that. I'm not an iPhone guy, so I don't know. But in case somebody needs that, you have your USB Mini and the new USB-C. I love this because I can put this one cord in my car and cover anything, any device that I have, whether I'm with a friend or anything like that. I was just running traditional USB-C cables up there, a separate Apple cable. I'm going to change that to where I have ability to do three of these. Now in this particular cord, you have to watch which one you're buying. Apple Thunderbolt, that's the only one that'll transfer data on this particular device or this particular phone cord here. So you may want to watch that if you're a primary Android user, whether you have USB Mini or USB-C, you may want to pay attention to that to get the right data transfer cable that you're going to be using on a normal basis. Sorry, I get tongue-tied when I'm on video. But that's a cord right there. I would go with that all day long. Now, in the world of cords, there's also those that come out and they've got the little plugs that are magnetic. Now these are sweet, I'm not going to lie. I've used these in the past and I've been using them for a long time. Now there is a standard in which I thought I was going to go the right way because I saw advertising of these rounded versions and they seem to be making being the prevailing version out there because they're showing that all this it can spin and do all these cool things. You don't have to worry about getting that on correctly, anything like that. It tends to snap on a lot easier. There's a huge drawback to that versus the older style that I'm used to that has a base like that is an oval or a flattened circle rectangle. So let's call it a rectangle with rounded corners. But there is an advantage to this. It's the same type of technology because you plug these little adapters. If I can get it between my fingers here, it's magnetic, it's going to stick to everything. Sorry, get that away from there. This little plug into your phone. Now, the advantage of that is once you plug it in, you don't have to keep plugging your phone in and out, and you will not wear out the port on your phone. There are some disadvantages. This is magnetic. So if you work with anything metal shavings, it's going to attract those metal shavings. And I've seen these get burnt out on my phone. Same with getting up in here. Every now and then I'll get a piece of debris that comes off of whatever, and it gets stuck in there, and then I can't get this magnetic, to stick together. Not a big deal. You just pop this dude out and move to a traditional phone cord like that one. But let me show you the disadvantage here. So I have this cord here. Most phones are going to have a rectangular charging port. With this flat one, that will fit in there. That little piece, and unfortunately I'm using the same phone that I record on because I like the quality of it, but that flat piece will get in there. So if you have this piece here, this little tab, you're going to plug it in a sense, it's just going to stick through that hole, it'll fit. After I bought more recent ones, because I'm running out of these cords here, just by use and things like that, I moved to this round version. Now, that's a problem, because these cases are not designed, get my fat fingers out of the way, these cases are not designed for a round hole. So, this is a quad lock case. I am not about to cut a $50 case to accommodate getting this to fit in there. I did on one of my Spigen cases, but I didn't like it. And when I did it, I had to cut out this here, and then I had to trim off a little bit here. Then I was left with sharp corners here as I hold the phone. I just didn't like the way it felt when I did that. So that's why I'm making a video, to allow people to make an informed decision. And you can see, man, these magnets work, because I'm just going to hold that up there and it just clamps it in, grabs it. Make an informed decision on what version of these you want to go with. If you don't use a phone case, then you can do the rounded version. But if you use a phone case, and 99.9% of us do, you're going to need the flat version when it comes to one of these little magnetic clips here. Now, great, because I could be recording this and I grab my phone because a call comes in, I pick it up and bam, this thing just pops off and I'm using it. And then when I put it back down there in the car, it locks in, magnetizes, and I'm off and running. So quick little video just to show people what to do and how to manage these. If you're going to buy into this technology, I recommend getting about 3 of these cords and getting multiple little ends here. You can see I have some round or some flattened ends here that I'm going to go back to. These are USB minis for an older phone that I used to use. And then I have some more Apple ones around here somewhere. But the reason I say is, you're going to lose these, they're going to fall out of your phone, you're going to take them out to use a traditional charger when you're at a buddy's house, a friend's house, and you're going to leave that behind. So I would invest in about 10 of these little connectors, at least 3 or 4 of these cords, because when you lose all your connectors, you may not be able to buy that connector that fits this cord. Now you've got a bunch of these cords. So buy ahead, plan ahead. USB-C is not going to go away for a while. Thunderbolt's not going to go away for a while, so it's a good investment. I may not recommend going out and doing that with a USB-C or a USB mini version. However, these particular clips will work in this black cord just the same as this silver. Another thing to consider, obviously, is what size cable do you want? This is a really long cable. I can plug it in and use the phone. The other advantage is, daggone it, when you're using the phone and you're texting away, you're doing your thing, if you put the phone in an awkward position, this is just going to kind of rock back and forth, lose its ability to charge, no big deal. Whereas a traditional charger you plug in there, that's solid, and eventually, just that movement, when you're banging that phone around using it as it's charged in, you will wear that plug out, that port on that phone. So that's why these are highly recommended and why people are going with them. Any questions, comments, please leave them down below. Call me an idiot, tell me I'm stupid, I don't care. Got a thick skin. Or if you have a different experience, please share that with the group as well, because that's what these videos are for, is to help us all learn and make educated decisions in what we purchase. Good luck, thank you for watching.